Right. So in today's session, we are going to do an example in Visualforce uh, where we will pass a parameter. Okay. So this is basically about passing a parameter within a Visualforce page. Okay. What is passing a parameter? Passing parameter means passing a value or a variable within the page. Okay. So I'll tell you exactly what we are going to do here. Will display a list of records. You guys must have seen this on a lot of pages. You have a list of records being displayed on the page, and then you have the option of clicking on one record and see the details of that. Correct? So let's say something like this. If you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things listed here. It can be, whatever. Now, out of these, you just want an option where you should be able to click on one record and then view the details of that particular record on the same page or in a different page, whatever. So this is where the parameter is passed the moment you click on that particular value, right? So that is where a parameter or a variable value is passed from this list to the other section where you want to display the details. All right. So that's what we are actually trying to do here. I will pass a parameter. Okay. So this is going to be a simple example. We will first of all display the list of records for this. Okay. So first of all, I'll just need to go ahead and create a page with the standard list controller, the way we do it. Okay. So first of all, create a page and let's use a standard list controller to first of all display the list of records. Standard list controller account record set var equals whatever you want to give. Okay. Fix page block. Title to this passing parameters. Now let me create a table here, page block table, and value for this is gonna be accounts, where is gonna be a, and then I have columns here, column value a dot name, name type industry and facts. Okay. There's an error somewhere. Can you guys figure out the error and let me know? Anyone? Read the error and let me know what the error is.
It says the variable is already passed to apex.pageBlock table. Means that variable is previously used.
Tell me, sorry, what is that?
The attribute variable was already specified for element apex.pageBlock table. Means that the variable which we have used, which is a, is already passed for something else. We need to use something else other than a.
No. Look at that line and see what mistake I've made there.
Variable is accounts and value it should be. It is variable. It should be value. So value should be accounts and variable should be a. Spelling mistake is
Yes.
there. Yeah.
Yes.
Me? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, were you guys listening when I was speaking? I mean, was I
No.
audible?
No.
No.
Okay, there is something, yeah, because I was talking the same thing.
Okay. Sure. So now this got resolved. All right. All right. So this is my list of accounts, correct? Now the next thing that I want to do is I just want to be able to click on one of these records and view the details of that record on the other side of the page. So let me go ahead and create another component called page block section. Page block contain selected record, put a page block here, text page block. Okay, so I have just created two page blocks now. I've removed the sidebar from the page. One side I'm displaying the list of records, and here in this area I want to display the selected record. Fine. So that's what my plan is. Now to do this, there are two things which I need to do. One, I should make these account records clickable so that I can click on those, right? Currently, so there is no option of clicking on the record, right? So first of all, you'll have to convert this plain text into link so that you can click on the link. Okay, that's number one thing that we have to do. Secondly, you have to take care of this, that once someone clicks on this link, ID of that record is taken and it is passed to this particular section, right? So on the left hand side I have the list of records, on the right hand side I have the space where I want to show the details of the record. Now all that we need to do is we just need to make sure that we can take uh, the details of this particular record. When someone clicks on it, that person should be able to take the details from this record and display it on this right side. That's what we need to do. So let's go ahead and see how it can be done. So first of all, let me convert this account name into the clickable link. So for that I'll use another component called command link. So now I have to start the column component, end the column component. Inside this I have to put the command link component. Value will be a dot name. Okay, since I'm using a command link, it always has to appear within the form components. So you start apex form and close the apex form component towards the end. See, so now these are converted into link. Okay, correct. So these have become clickable links, but the link is not doing anything. As of now, it's not doing anything. I've not defined what this link has to do. I've just created it. Instead of the plain text, I've made it a link, command link, but I've not instructed what needs to be done. So what do I need to do here with the link? When someone clicks on the link, all that I have to do is I just have to take the ID of that particular record and pass it on to the right hand side. That's what my job is. To do that, I just have to define another component called apex param. Apex param is a component which can be used for defining a variable which can carry the value. Okay, so it's like defining a parameter in the page. So I will just have to give a name for this parameter, AID, and we'll have to give a value for that. So what value will be passed? So this is the name for the variable AID. It can be anything ABCD, and the value that you want to pass. The value that I want to pass is a.id. I want to pass the ID of the selected record. Correct? That's it. Now the same ID needs to be called in the other page block with a detail component. Apex detail component. Equals current page dot parameters dot AID. Okay. Apex command link. Let's have the microphones muted, please. Yes, now it's good. All right. So first of all, understand the mechanism, what is actually happening. Then look into the code. So the link code is pretty simple. It's a standard list controller page where list of records is displayed. This first column in the table, I've converted that into links so that the end user can click on the link. On click of the link, I have defined a variable called AID. On click of the link, that variable obtains the value of the ID from the selected record. So whichever record you click on, that variable will take the ID of that record. Okay. Dickinson PLC, when you say, it takes the value or ID of that record. Fine. So that's what is in the variable. The same variable I am calling here in the right hand side, the selected record section. I'm just calling the same variable and trying to display the details of that particular record here. So that is it. Now, detail component, we know that detail component can be used for displaying the details of a record, right? In the detail component, there is an attribute called subject. In the subject, you can supply the ID of any record. In the subject, you can supply the ID of any record, and this detail component will show the detail of the record for which you have supplied the ID. Correct? That's exactly what we have done here. And the subject, I'm supplying the ID as AID. AID is what? Variable. AID changes every time someone clicks on a record. Got it? So every time the user clicks on a record, value of AID will change and the data in this section will also change. Got it? So that's the simple logic. So we have this parameter called AID defined. We have supplied value to it, and then we are passing the value from one part of the page to the other part using the AID. Yes, Naren, go ahead. Please ask your question.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. This is Pankaj.
Yeah, Pankaj.
I do not have any question. Got it.
No problem. So Naren has a question. Yeah, Naren. When you said AID, yeah, AID is a variable that we have defined. Okay, and value for the AID will be ID from the, yeah, instead of AID you put anything here, you put G. But this is just a variable, okay? And the value that is being passed into this is the ID of the selected record. Whatever. Just that make sure that whatever name you have given here, there, you're calling the same name here. It's just a variable that we have defined which is being called here. Value will always be ID because value is the actual value which is being passed. Okay, it's the variable name, but value that is being passed is ID. Yes, value will always be ID because we have to pass the ID. ID is what needs to be supplied here. Got it? Okay. So that's the thing here. That's the concept. So all that we have to do is we just have to understand the mechanism, how things are working here, and that's it. It's a very simple thing. Might look very complex, but it's very simple. Becomes a lot more simpler the moment you do it. So let's do a small activity. uh, we'll do the same kind of an activity with opportunity. So I want you to display list of opportunities on one side. I'll display the code to you. You just have to create it. List of opportunity in the left hand side. So all that I want is left side, I want to see the list of opportunities, and on the right side I should be able to see the details of the selected opportunity. correct? Let's quickly do this. I'm displaying the code for you for your reference, right? Let me know